Alright, let's just jump right in. What I got here is a vintage wooden chess set. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to be using a 2-part liquid rubber epoxy to coat all these pieces in the cylinders that you see, so that I can make a negative mold for wax, so then I can cast those wax pieces with copper and aluminum, or copper and brass. So these are the pieces. This one's comes dislodged, so I'm gonna have to remove the cylinder and put it back in place. Let's get started. Nice and centered on the crosshair. Alrighty then. So while we're waiting for that to cool down, start getting these guys set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and I'm going to glue them at a 45 to this piece of cardboard right here, so that when they go in the vacuum chamber with the liquid rubber, the air bubbles that get trapped won't get stuck under the flat edges on some of the pieces. So this part's pretty boring. I'm going to skip ahead and get all these pieces set up, and then I'll come right back to you. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to move on to mixing the 2 parts. From the calculations that I've done for the volume of these containers, we're going to use about 750 milliliters. So we're going to mark our cup approximately halfway between 350 and what would be 400. I wonder if any of you millwrights guys can tell me why this has a National Fire Protection Agency rating on it. It's pretty weird for a Sharpie, right? Anyways. So this is Polytech 7430 liquid rubber. This is the part B, stir well. I already pre-stirred to save you guys some time. Alright. Thought I had it opened up for you. Anyways. Some fucking schmilkes in there. Alright, so we're going to add part A first up to the line. Where's the line? Alright. Oops. Just did exactly what I said not to do. Watch out for the air bubbles, right? That's our part A. Right up to our line. Right full of bubbles, as you can see. Now we're going to do our part B. Try to pour it down the side. You should have done the first time. Not getting any air bubbles in there. Right up to the what should be 750 milliliter line, but they call it 3/4. Spill a little bit, but that's okay. No big deal. Alright. So I had originally planned on mixing it in this rubber container, which I think I'm going to do anyways, because it'll be easier to pour and easier to mix. Scrape this out. This here is a vulcanized rubber mixing container from Rio Grande. They're a supply house for jewelry manufacturers. So let's see if we can't get this mixed up nice.
You might be tempted to do this with a paint mixer and a drill. Don't do that. It's just going to add tons and tons of air bubbles to the mix, and it's going to make it impossible to get them all out and ruin your mold.
And you mixed it properly, it should almost be somewhat transparent, translucent, I suppose. All the way see-through, but not quite opaque. Not white, should be like a semi-clear tannish color. Alright, well, I think that's going to be just about good for this batch. I'm going to move it over to the side draw bell jar, which is just a vacuum chamber. If you go on to the King of Randoms website, they'll show you how to make a pretty sweet vacuum chamber out of just a pan and some other crap. Alright, here we go.
For whatever reasons, these cheap vacuum pumps spit out atomized oil vapor. Don't breathe that stuff in, it's bad. Be in a well ventilated area.
So as you can see, my setup isn't exactly perfect. Plywood's porous, so air leaks through. None of my fittings are really taped. So it doesn't hold a vacuum for very long. Check out. The foam here is from some sort of subfloor stuff that you get at the Home Desk spot. And that's it. Alright, well, we got most of the air bubbles out that we could get. So let's see how well I can pour these. Suppose slow and steady is the key.
Before putting each piece in the cylinders, I applied a mold release agent to the wood and let it soak in overnight. You buy it, it comes in a spray bottle. You can also use 100% silicone. It doesn't work quite as well. 100% silicone spray. You have to let it soak in, otherwise it'll get caught up in the mixture.
Nope, pretty darn close. We just about used it all up. Not a bad calculation. Vacuum them out and spin them around so you can take a look, I guess. That's what they look like. all that white foam is air bubbles, which hopefully will get most of them out. But that's not bad. It's not foamy. You can almost see through it. You can kind of see some of the pieces through there. That's great. Could be better, but I've seen worse. I figured you guys probably wanted to see what was going on. Battery's getting pretty low, but here we go. As you can see, a lot of air bubbles coming up through the bottom of the pores of the wood. After all the, I get as much air out of it as I can, I'm going to stand them up straight and let them settle out there. Everything looks pretty good so far. See you next time.